If you're watching this video, you probably noticed the potential plot hole, or I should say the unexplained mystery of how Naruto is able to remember Takemichi and somehow be linked to his powers. Now in my episode 1 review video, I mentioned 2 theories that possibly is the reason why this is the case. I think I'm starting to understand that the reason why Naruto remembers Takemichi when he returns from the past and no one else is probably because it has something to do with Takemichi saving him and completely changing his timeline. Because you have to remember too that he originally was supposed to die with his sister, but since Takemichi saved him, I think that's how he became part of how his powers work. Either that or it's because his child self believed Takemichi in the past when he told him about his powers, which caused them to be linked in a sense. So it's basically like the top 2 theories I have for why Naruto is able to remember Takemichi regardless of any timeline or any changes that have been made. Now after watching season 2, it seems like my second theory might be the case. It's because of 2 things, mainly Chifuyu and also what was said in episode 12. Now in episode 12, Naruto mentioned this when he first saw Takemichi.
僕の記憶が上書きされたってことは君が帰ってきたということです。 Naoto!
He stated how his memories were rewritten so he knew Takemichi returned, right? Now, back in episode 1 when he went back into the future and everything changed and he was like the boss gang leader, well, one of the leaders of Tomon. Like when he came back in the future, right? And he was the one of the head honchos of Tomon and he was saved by Kozutora. I could have sworn in that episode Naruto was gonna forget about Takemichi since the future was so different from any other timeline, especially when I first saw him get arrested by him. But after seeing Naruto actually remembering Takemichi despite the huge change in the timeline, that's kind of what brought up my curiosity with those 2 theories I had originally. Now my primary source, my primary evidence, what's making this all make sense right now for me for at least the second theory is Chifuyu, right? And here's why. You remember that you remember that Takemichi told Chifuyu that he's from the future and everything, and Chifuyu believed him back then, kind of similar or the same way as Naruto. Well, if you look at episode 12, right, when they showed the flashback of when Mikey was about to kill Chifuyu, it seemed like Chifuyu is somehow linked to Takemichi's powers or something like that, potentially. Because before he got killed by Mikey, right, he mentioned this.
花垣武道を覚えていますか？いつかマイキー君を探して訪ねてきます。その時あいつはまるで時を超えたように昔のまんまです。
Right? Which means that, that means that he remembers about Takemichi stating or telling him about his powers 12 years ago. But does that mean he's linked to the powers now? Does that mean he's gonna have the same abilities as Naruto and like whenever he touches Takemichi, he time travels and they're like linked to each other across time? Well, to be honest, to really know for sure if everything could be pieced together and to be fully sure that my theory is right, Takemichi kind of has to change the timeline again, which obviously he's gonna do, because right now we're in a timeline where he told Chifuyu and he believed him. So he went to the future where he already told Chifuyu and everything. So, but here's the thing, right? Tokyo Adventures already explained that you can only go back to the same day 12 years ago. So everything that happened previously that he already changed is gonna stay permanent from then on. So since he already told Chifuyu about the future and everything like that, I guess it's permanent that he remembers that. So I would believe that Chifuyu will now on be linked to his powers some way, somehow. Hopefully, but I believe there's probably gonna be a moment where they show like a desperate, dire situation situation, like, or something happens where Takemichi has to go into the future or something, but he can't find Naruto, like he's missing in action. So like he accidentally like gets a handshake from Chifuyu, and that's what sends him to the future. That's probably the only way they could really confirm everything. Actually, I don't even, maybe someone could confirm this, but like after Takemichi told Chifuyu about his future powers and everything like that, has Takemichi and Chifuyu like ever shake hands after that in this season? I don't remember. If that happened already, then that might have debunked almost everything. But it's the best piece of evidence I got so far. So we'll see what happened in season 3, because this is really a mysterious case, an unsolved explanation of how Naruto is able to be linked to his powers and remember everything regardless of the timeline. So we'll see. This is my evidence so far. These could be very strong evidence, could become very weak very easily depending on the future episodes, or maybe some details I missed out this season that already debunked or maybe helped my theories. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think is the reason why Naruto is able to remember everything and so on and so forth. Do you think Chifuyu is gonna work the same way? Do you have your own separate theory of why it's the case? Do you think Tokyo Revengers will ever explain how the powers actually work? And yeah, we'll put this case on hold for now and wait and see if more evidence appear to dig this case back up.